Hello, this is Rick Patterson. Thanks for coming to my video today. One of the issues that you have whenever you're replacing countertops is maybe a gap. And that's what I'm going to talk about today, is how to fill the gap in between a countertop and the existing wall. So let's talk about that real quick. Okay, so as you can see here, we've got a brand new countertop in, and we've got a backsplash here. And the original countertop was all the way up to the bottom of this section. So I've got about 3/8 of an inch gap in between the two. And so the client has called me today to fill this in. So what I'm going to do is show you how to fill in this gap. There were several ways to do this, and so what we chose to do is use Grout. And I'm going to show you this process of how to fill in a gap with Grout. The Grout that we're going to use is a pre-mixed. I could have gotten it just a powder and mixed it up myself. It kind of didn't make any sense to do that since it's already pre-mixed and it's all ready to go. I got this at the major hardware store. Of course, you can get it at any tile store. And this is an improved formula for shower floors as well, which means it'll hold up, and that's really what you want. You want to get the grout that will hold up. Now, basically, there's two kinds of grout. There's sanded and there's non-sanded. I chose to do sanded because it will fill up a gap anywhere from let's say 3/16 of an inch. I think it is. Let's see, it says 1/16 to 1/2 an inch here on the side, and so I want it to be firm, and the sand in the grout's going to help firm that up and help it to stand rather than sag and run. If you get the non-sanded, that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to try to put this in the gap, and it's going to run down. So this is why we chose this. Now, a tool that you're going to need, obviously, is your grout guide, and this is called a float. Basically, what it is just a rubber surface here, and it's got a rubber tip here on the side as well. And if I'll show you a profile, you can see it's kind of a slanted, about a 45 degree. So let's take a look at what we're going to do and how we're going to do this. Okay, very simply, it's just getting a little bit off the side, like so. And as you can tell here, I'm doing this one-handed here, but as you can tell, just take a little bit of this and push it off, okay? And I just lay out as much as I can, or as little as I can, and then come back here and take the blade, the floater edge, and just push it in, okay? And at the same time, I can swipe it, so I have a very clean edge. Now, you can tell right here that I didn't get it up inside, so again, that's why I'm just using a little bit, like so, and I can take this and transfer it, just like that. And don't worry about the mess, because we're not concerned about the mess or the tidiness of the project just yet. Now, what we want to do is just get this in there, in the crack, and I'm going to push this in, just like you see there. I've got some extra. So I'm going to tap that off, get that off of there. And if you have to, go ahead and just scrape it off if you need. And get that surface like that. And then just swipe it, okay? Now you don't want to get the corner in there because you're going to leave a divot in there. So just take it like so, and you do this all the way around. Now, I'm going to finish out the work, and then I'm going to show you the finished product, okay? Okay, so this is what it looks like now that it's finished. Make sure that you come along here when you wipe this with the tool, and you've cleaned out the bottom area here, and cleaned up the top area, and be sure to check your grout lines, okay? Because a lot of times they'll come up like this one did here, okay? And make sure that they're blended. So that's all you've got to do is just come in here like so and just blend that in. So you want to make sure that this dries, and it'll dry in 24 hours. And then once it dries, you're going to use a sealant. Step that you want to do is put the sealant on there. And of course, I got this at a local hardware store. And this is to protect the grout that you just put down. After 24 hours, you want to apply this and use the sealant to use against for stain and water and things like that. So just read the directions on the back. It's really, really simple to use. And if you want to watch how I did this, then go to How to Seal Tile and How to Seal a Backsplash video. This is Rick Patterson with the Handyman Toolbox. By the way, before you go, I want to encourage you to check out my other videos, and you'll see a link below. Click on it. The 1,000th person that subscribes to TheHandymanToolbox.com gets a free tool. Go ahead and register now.